Hi, I'm Mike Scott with Teknetics Metal Detectors, here today with the Teknetics T2. The T2 is a high-performance detector and is an excellent prospector. It finds small or large nuggets at extreme depths, and it's very easy to use. The T2 runs off 4 AA batteries and gets exceptional life, over 40 hours on those 4 batteries. It's lightweight, 5-year warranty, and is made in the USA. I'm going to show you some of the features. As soon as you turn the T2 on, it comes on in the all-metal mode. All-metal mode is the best mode for gold prospecting, and this is the preferred mode if you're going to be looking for gold nuggets. It's really easy to operate. You can adjust your sensitivity. You can run this as high as you can without getting a lot of electronic interference. Usually if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to have a big problem with interference, but if you're in a more urban setting, you might have to run the sensitivity a little bit lower. Our hum level is our threshold. You can either run it silent search, which would be down in the negatives, or get a slight threshold response. For gold prospecting, a lot of times it's nice to have a real slight threshold on it so you can hear a faint audio hum, which will help enable some of the deeper, smaller targets become easier to hear. The discrimination mode, as I said, you can turn to get to the discrimination mode that way. It has some different settings here. Same thing for sensitivity. You can turn that up or down. Our discrimination level helps us reject unwanted trash targets like rocks, hot rocks, and iron, and foil. So we could turn this up to knock out a lot of the items that we don't want. Number of tones gives you our tone features. You can run it 1 tone plus, 2 plus, 3 tones, 3B, 4 tones, or our delta pitch, which is 99 different tones. Our manual ground balance, which is right here, allows us to cancel ground. It's called ground cancellation. In areas for gold prospecting that usually has a lot of minerals present, it's very important to have a good ground balance. It's going to be difficult for me to show you how to do that indoors, so we're going to actually take this detector out in the field, and I'm going to demonstrate ground cancellation and proper ground balancing in the all-metal mode, and we'll also lay down some targets and see how the detector reacts and have a look at the meter to see what it's telling us. Okay, when we turn it on in the all-metal mode, we can scroll through our features. First is sensitivity. We'll turn that up to, say, 77. Next is our hum level. The preset is 1. That's a great light threshold for gold prospecting. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more so we can hear that slight hum come through. If you go down to 0 or lower, it's a silent search. So 1 plus is the preferred setting, but I'm going to go a little bit higher just for demonstration purposes. Next, we go to our ground balance. You need to find a patch of ground where there is no metal present to properly ground balance. We can do the fast grab, and that's by pushing the toggle switch forward and bobbing it up and down. And it'll set automatically. It's giving us a 73. When you properly ground balance, a 2-digit number will appear on the display. This is your ground phase setting. Release the trigger while you are pumping the search coil. If fast grab does not successfully cancel the ground minerals, one of 2 things will happen. You will hear an alarm sound and see the message overload raise coil, or you will see the message can't GC, which is can't ground cancel. If either of these things happen, move several meters away and try again. If you're still not successful, then perform the manual ground cancellation procedure, which I'm going to show next. We're going to reset it here to show you how to manually ground balance it. Scroll through down to our ground cancellation here. Now it's preset at 90, and I just showed you how to fast grab it, set it down into the low 70s. To manually do that, you'll hear that response when it makes noise going towards the ground. We can manually turn this down, still making noise towards the ground. If I go down too low, it's going to make noise coming back from the ground. Ideally, we want to get it right to the point where it makes just a slight noise, where it makes no noise coming back and up from the ground, and then go slightly positive. So we get a slight response. And that's going to be our best way to go prospecting. That makes it the most sensitive it can be. Our FE304 meter is showing us just 2 bars. That means it's fairly low magnetite in the ground. Typical regions for gold prospecting are going to have a higher indicator on this graph. Then you go back to your all metal here and you're ready to search. Now you'll hear some ground noise, But a distinctive sound of a target over ground noise is what you're looking for, and I'm going to demonstrate that next. Once you're ground balanced, you're still going to hear some slight ground noises from the grounds, but you'll know the signal. When you hit a distinctive signal, you get that zip, zip sound. You can see the gold nugget there. Now this is just a little bit of ground noise here. And there's the signal. So one of the keys to effective gold prospecting is be able to decipher just normal ground noise. See, there's another target right here. Just normal ground noise like this to that of a target. That's our zip zip. That's what we're looking for. And we're going to see on our target ID here, it's hitting up at a higher number, 50 in the 50s. Now the detector always has to be moving. If we try to stop on that, it's not going to give you a real good signal. But when you're moving, that's why you always want to keep the detector moving. One of the neat things about this detector is it gives you a target ID number in all metal and also in discriminate. So when we go to our discriminate mode, it's going to also give us the same target ID number. Gold is typically going to read above the iron range unless you're in harsh mineral conditions. It's going to typically hit in the foil to larger nuggets will hit higher. Sometimes they may hit in the iron range, especially if you're in really highly mineralized soil. For more detailed information, see your how to set up and use the T2 for gold prospecting guide or the owner's manual found on our website.